Hi, I'm Janice Andersen and I'm a sculptor. And today I'm going to talk to you about 3 different types of clay so that you can end up with the type of clay you need and do the project that you want to do. Now, the first type of clay is called natural clay. And it's the clay that people used to use years ago before somebody smart came along and invented different types of clay. And this type of clay dries in the air. You must always keep it damp. You have to spritz it with water. When you're finished working for the day, you cover it maybe with a wet rag, and then you put plastic over it. And you make sure that the air doesn't get to it. Once it dries, you're done. There's no way that you can work with it anymore. And that's called natural clay. And it's the clay that I used, that I first fell in love with many years ago when I was in junior high. When we had our art class and it was time, it was just for a few weeks that we got to sculpt. Oh, it was so fun. I just loved it. And that is natural clay. And the second type is called polymer. Polymer clay. And if you go in the craft store, they have beautiful, beautiful colors of polymer clay. And this is a clay that you use. Let's say you want to design a little futuristic car or something like that. You would do it with polymer clay and then bake it in the oven. And you have to be very careful and follow the directions. Not too hot an oven, not too cool an oven. But if it's just right, then your piece will turn nice and hard and you'll have it forever. Polymer clay. This is a great type of clay if you're going to do jewelry, and I think that's where these came from. I think I made a necklace once and used polymer clay, and that's something you can do. You can make beautiful beads, you can do whatever, flowers, whatever you want, and then wear your artwork. Doesn't that sound fun? And that's polymer clay. Polymer clay is also very good for young children because they can just play with it and play with it. It stays soft forever until it's baked. And usually it becomes kind of a gray, purpley, funny color because all of the colors get mixed together. But polymer clay is a kind that hardens in the oven. The next type of clay I want to tell you about is my favorite because it's the kind I use all the time. And this is called plastilina. Plastilina might come like this, almost like sticks of butter. This is a pound, and it's been out in my garage, and I can kind of feel the oil, the little bit of wax or oil, whatever it is in it that keeps it nice and soft. Is leaking out a little bit, but it'll be just fine. It lasts and lasts and lasts. I've had some of this clay, I can't even think of how many years I've had this type of clay. And it's important to really like the clay that you work with because as a sculptor, that's something that you do so much of the time is working with clay. Once it goes to the mold maker, once it goes to the foundry, you're done messing with it. The other work will be done by someone else. And I'm going to show you what they give you back. If you send your work to the foundry, when they're done, they give you back all of your old clay. That's why I have had my clay for such a long time. And in here you can see arms and legs and stuff. I don't know even what it is. But if you pull out a piece and you can see that it's been dropped in the dirt or something, just cut that piece off and throw it away. The rest of it you can use and use and use. Like I said, I've had mine for a very long time. Now I need to warn you about this. You don't want it too soft. You don't want it too hard. If it's too soft, it gets sticky when it warms up in your hand. Then pretty soon it's all sticky, and you don't want that. You want to be able to take your clay, pull off a little piece, roll it in a ball, and attach it to the armature and not have it stick to your fingers. or to a tool that you might be using. When I first got started 30 years ago, the sculptor, the teacher, recommended a certain type of clay. He said, it's a very good clay, you'll really like it. And so I think I ordered 50 pounds of that. It was the hardest clay. Oh, and yet I didn't know. I just thought, well, I guess this is what I have to go through. My hands would just ache after working with this clay. And another friend said to me, why are you using that hard clay? And I said, well, I thought I was supposed to. I thought this is one of the things you went through to be a sculptor. And this person said, no, and helped me get some clay and probably helped me find this clay that I love so much. This clay is called plastilina. Plastilina. It stays soft forever. You do not bake it. If you were to put this in the oven and try and bake it, you would just end up with a mess. Do not do that. You can put it in the microwave for maybe 30 seconds, depending on the size of the piece. But, and that's just to kind of help warm it up. But mostly it gets warm as you start using it. It gets heat from your hands and warms up. So I do recommend that you hunt around and find the very best. If this is the type of work that you want to do, if you want to be a sculptor, if you want to have clay that is probably 20 years old, then you need to do a little bit of research. And if you have some friends that have clay, borrow a little bit and kind of play with it. See if it starts getting sticky after a while, or if it stays too hard even after it warms up in your hands. You don't want either of those. And if you need to order, get a couple of different hardnesses and play with them a little bit and find the one that's just right for you. I wish you all the best in your sculpting. I hope you're happy with it. I think sculpting is a fabulous art form, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you can, subscribe. I would love that. And don't miss the joy. See you later. Bye-bye.